Good evening. It is 11:45 on Thursday, and I'm just checking in. Um, I'm starting to feel like Johnny Carson. If you don't know who Johnny Carson is, Google it. Secondarily, basically, it was what would come on after the news when we were kids. You'd have the news from 11 to 11:30, and then Johnny Carson would come on at 11:30. Now you have like Jimmy Kimmel, all these different things. And I never watch a lot of this stuff. Not that I'm anti-TV. I think it can be really good if you pay attention and like can get something out of it. And always, I mean, I was a theater major. Ooh, shocker. But when we were kids, the biggest thing that you learn about theater and all those things, it's cathartic. So sometimes if you're watching a sitcom or whatever, sometimes it can be good. So that's cool. I have nothing against that. Anywho, it is 11:45. I just wanted to chime in because I realized that my message last night was a bit depressing. I didn't mean it to be. It was a bad day in a lot of ways. And just watching the news and seeing what I saw, like when you see it, you need to see it. But when you see it, it just, for me, I mean, it just breaks my heart. And it's hard and it becomes real. And I just felt like I needed to share that moment. So today was much better day. I'm incredibly exhausted. We moved. I moved my mom today. She's fine, nothing weird, but from one point A to point B. So I had the movers come in the morning, and then I helped her in the afternoon, and tried to get as much as I could get done during the day, and got a lot to catch up on the next few days. But the most important thing was she's settled. She's settling in. Tucker, her dog, is settling in, and they're doing good. So I mean that's so important, which is again why I do what I do. As a realtor, as a broker, is to put a roof over somebody's head and give them that feeling of peace. I know she can go to sleep tonight and feel that way. But here's the good part. So, anyways, I went ahead and booked the movers for today because she had big stuff, and I don't have the availability to move those things. So my mover, who I've used several times, I called him, and first he gave me a quote, and then I called him back and said, we might have a little bit more stuff. Do you think it is? And so he quoted me again with an additional $100, and I was okay with it because I'm like, things are tight, but I got to take care of my mom. We need to get this stuff over there. Totally fine. Do your thing. Okay. So he did the job. No worries. And then I'm back at my mom's later, and I'm packing up the car with other stuff. And all of a sudden my phone rings. Oh, I had Venmo'd him his payment. And I said, sorry, it couldn't be more. Thank you so much. Because I've worked with this man for a long time. So my phone rings, and I'm thinking, oi, I feel bad. I couldn't tip him enough, whatever. And he gets on the phone and he proceeds to tell me that he kind of overestimated the job. And what ended up happening was when he went out to do the job, it ended up being less than he thought. It was less time. And so he was going to refund me $100 of what I paid him. Now, my knee-jerk reaction is, no, you're not going to do that. You did a job. It wasn't a long job. It was like 3-4 hours, but that's not the point. You were helping me with a service, taking care of my mother. I am going to make it right and make sure that you're taken care of. And he said, you know what? He said, when you started telling me that it was going to be a bigger job, I kind of had like a different idea in my head. And I started thinking about the money. And he's kind of like a born-again Christian kind of guy, with all due respect. And he started coming back with me and saying, you know what? I started feeling like I was being more about the money, more about the concept, more about the flesh, more about those things than the service and what I'm doing and helping you. And I told him, no, I appreciate what you did. Please, keep the money. Before I could get off the phone, he had already refunded me $100. For me, this just goes to show you that there are people out there with so much soul. I mean, so much good hearts that they're trying to help us, help each other. We're all trying to help each other. So that was the first thing that happened today. And then I went and busted my ass moving my mother. I'm like horrific right now. I'm so tired, like barely showered, just exhausted. So then I go to the grocery store because I got to come home and take care of the kids, and those being the dogs. And Joe, who still has the broken ankle, he's doing great. Everything's cool. But the point is, I go to the grocery store, I come home, and when I'm at the store, I'm standing in line. I'm in 15 or less. There's this old lady in front of me, which is cool. I can say old lady because I'm an old lady. And she was about in her 70s to 80s, and her 20-something granddaughter was taking care of her to walk her through. Now, she was totally fine, totally cognizant, totally like in it, no worries. So I love these people because we're in 15 or less, and they had like 8 bottles of wine. So do the math. They had a crap ton of alcohol and like barely any food. No worries. So I'm standing behind her, and I'm like, did you get a wine carrier? And she's like, oh, I didn't know they had them. And I said, oh, yeah, they're way at the other end of the store. And the little lady looked at me, and I was like, you know what? I put my little cart down, and I said, just hold my space. So I go, like, running to the other side of the store, get her a little cart, or, the wine carrier, bring it back. And you would have thought it was Christmas for this woman. She was so excited. She didn't know what to do with herself. She's like, that is so nice of you. And I'm like, it's not a big deal. It's totally fine. I said, they hide him in the corner. You'll never see him. I said, no worries. And she's like, I just moved here from like Orange area, Yorba Linda, to Ladera Ranch. And I was like, welcome to the neighborhood. You're good. Everything is good. Don't worry about it. And she was the sweetest lady. And I thought to myself, you know what's so funny? In 24 hours, what you start to see is gratitude will lead to more gratitude. I mean, I said yesterday, if anybody saw it, that I have this weird thing. I like to be nice to people. Like today, I just like dumped my thing and went and got her a wine carrier. I don't know, it took 2 seconds. No big deal. People need to start doing that for each other. It's not a big deal. It's like 2 seconds out of your life, and it makes somebody's day. I got $100 back. Do you even know in today's economy what difference that makes? I'm going to tell you what difference that makes. It's going to take care of the other repairs I have to make to get the condo ready where my mom is moving into. That's the difference it makes. Everything you do, everything you think, everything you emulate, people are watching. People care. You can be an example, good or bad. You can be part of the solution, or you can be part of the problem. I've always chosen to be part of the solution. Now, this is again gone long-winded. And for a minute, I just hope that you guys can kind of take it and go with it. Be a good person. Tomorrow's Friday the 13th. Don't be scared. Do one nice thing. And I don't even know where the hell I'm going to post this, but if you do something nice for somebody, let me know. I would dig it. Like, because that's like cool to me. Like, if you do something nice for people, you should be recognized. I'm not going to send you $50, but I'm going to tell you, you know what? You're a good person. And that should be enough. Just to have people loving each other and helping each other should be enough. We need to get back to this. We fell off the tracks a long time ago, and it's time to get back on. So I had a great day getting back to what I do, real estate. Jesus, Mary, Mother, and Joseph. Going into the weekend, if anybody has anything they would like to call me on, questions, property they'd like to see, pre-qualifications, we do everything. We are here to serve. We are here to help. We are here to support. And most importantly, we are here to build our community. Because that is the one thing that will sustain us for the rest of our lives. Have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye.